thank you all for being here. And how awesome is The Graduate? For those that follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I recently did a collaboration with them, and I stayed here and I did some cool videos about my stay. So I want to do a quick little meditation before we get into the topic of Reverie. So take a moment to take a couple of breaths, close your eyes, let your mind wander. When was the last time you let your mind explore? Did you generate new ideas? Take a moment to daydream today. So I want to start way back when, during the pandemic, where so my day job, most of you may not know, I work in healthcare. I have worked in the nonprofit sector for 12 years now. I work at MHC Healthcare currently. I started off at El Rio Community Health Center straight out of high school. I went to San Miguel High School where we worked once a week to pay for our tuition. I started working at MHC Healthcare in 2015. Then the pandemic happened and I experienced extreme burnout. During that time, I was working in the call center. I wasn't in my marketing role that I am now. And every call was about COVID and people didn't know what to do and we were trying to help them, and we were hosting COVID vaccine clinics and drive-thrus, and I needed an outlet. So my creative outlet was to create a page where I helped local businesses who lost their marketing person, who they couldn't afford at the time because things were just crazy. So I have been Yelp Elite for 5 years now, and most of my early content on my Instagram is from Yelp Elite events. I am a self-taught videographer, photographer, content creator, and ultimately a Tucson foodie. So I like to use Reverie as a self-reflection tool. I like to look back at my first collaboration, which was with Salad and Go. Who here has been to Salad and Go in Tucson? Yeah. So they reached out to me and they asked me to go to the grand opening, go through the drive-thru, create a video, and basically market their grand opening so we could get some Tucsonans to go visit their first location. Now, fast forward to 2022, winter, Sprouts Farmers Market reached out to me and I was mind blown. It was one of my first paid collaborations and it was like a couple $1,000s, right? So, so as a Tucson creator, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this huge brand reached out to me, and to have that opportunity as a Latina creator was just huge. So I needed a boost of creativity. Daydreaming not only boosts your creativity and problem-solving skills, but it also helps you concentrate and focus on a specific task. It helps your mind wander to thoughts and areas that it might not wander if you had not set aside time for daydreaming. If used efficiently and effectively, daydreaming can be one of the most important techniques that you can use to achieve your ultimate goals. So in the midst of all these brand collaborations, I found myself daydreaming and wondering what would be the next collaboration. I did reach out to a few brands. I have partnered with Visit Tucson, and they hooked me up with the Graduate Tucson collab, which was so awesome. They hosted me here. I stayed here, enjoyed some awesome food and drinks here. This is the Moonstone Bar. And yeah, it was super awesome. And that's me in one of the very cool rooms that they have here. They have a super cool cactus lamp. So I really wanted to talk about burnout here. And as an influencer, I do experience creative burnout. So for me, during my day job and the pandemic, being an influencer was my creative outlet. being able to visit local businesses, create a video, take photos, share them on Instagram, and have Tucsonans share my content was just amazing because it helped that local business. For me, daydreaming now is like a coping mechanism. So I'll daydream a couple minutes in the morning and really kind of manifest like, what do I want my next collab to be? And for me, The Graduate was one of my getaways. So in Tucson, there's a lot of media events. I feel like some of the businesses are kind of new to media events, and whenever a new business opens up in Tucson, they do media nights. I just went to Agave House. Has anyone been to the Agave House yet on University? Nope. They reached out and they're like, hey, come to our grand opening. So I went and had some few appetizers, drinks, entrees. But the importance of media events is for the community to really come together. And it could be influencers, important people in Tucson, to really spread the word about your business. So if you're a business owner, I highly recommend media nights, media events to really spread the word about your grand opening. And now for the fun part. So does anyone follow De Luna Candles on Instagram? Yes. So a lot of you may have seen the tragedy that just happened a few days ago, maybe a week ago. Someone broke into her new store, I think it's on Campbell, and they stole a large amount of goods and stuff. So I want to say they stole like $6,000 worth of merchandise. So I went there yesterday. I bought some prizes because we're going to do some Tucson trivia, and she graciously donated some fun prizes for you guys. So I'm here to ask that you guys scan the QR code, follow her on Instagram, and check out her shop if you can. I know someone might have created a GoFundMe for her. What is Tucson's nickname?
Yo Pueblo.
Yes. So he gets a hat.
My wife says if I bring home any more hats, I gotta move out there.
The hat says, good things take time. So how long was Tucson the capital of Arizona? 10, yes. So Tucson was the capital from 1867 to 1877. She wins a candle. Okay, so for all my foodies out there, how many UNESCO creative cities of gastronomy are in the US and what are they? 2. What are they? Yes. Tucson and San Antonio. Here's a prize. Oh. And last but not least, one more prize. So raise your hand if you have the answer. Oh, well, let me read it to you guys. What river is the city of Tucson built on? Santa Cruz, yes. And a fun water bottle. It says drink more water.
I'm trying.
And that is all.